Once upon a time in a distant land, there lived a beautiful girl with her father and stepfamily. Her name was Cinderella. Her mother had passed away at a young age, so her father raised her alone. However, when her father remarried, Cinderella's life took a drastic turn. The new stepmother and her two daughters did not like Cinderella's presence. They were jealous of her beauty and kindness and treated her very cruelly. The stepmother made Cinderella work like a servant in the house and did not allow her to wear nice clothes. The stepsisters constantly belittled and mocked her. One day, Cinderella's father went on a long business trip. In his absence, the stepmother and daughters treated Cinderella even worse. They sent her to the worst corner of the attic and made her do all the household chores alone. Although Cinderella was very sad, she couldn't find the strength to oppose them. Over time, Cinderella's only friends became the mice in the attic and the birds that sang to her. On cold nights, she would secretly go down and sleep next to the extinguished fireplace for warmth. One day, big news spread in the town square. The prince was going to hold a grand ball at the palace, and all the young ladies of marriageable age were invited. The stepmother and daughters were thrilled upon hearing this and started preparing for the ball immediately. Cinderella also wanted to go to the ball, but her stepmother did not allow her. Moreover, by assigning her even more chores, she made it impossible for Cinderella to prepare for the ball. When the stepmother and sisters went to the palace, Cinderella was left alone and burst into tears. Just then, a fairy appeared and came to Cinderella's aid. The fairy gave her a magnificent ball gown and glass slippers with her magical powers. She also turned a pumpkin and mice into a luxurious carriage and white horses. However, there was one condition: Cinderella had to leave the ball before midnight, as all the magic would end at that hour. Thanks to the fairy, Cinderella attended the ball and caught everyone's attention. The prince fell in love with her at first sight. They danced together, and Cinderella was enchanted by the time spent with the prince. However, as midnight approached, Cinderella had to leave hastily. While escaping, she dropped one of her glass slippers on the stairs. The prince searched the entire country to find Cinderella and finally reached her home. The stepsisters tried on the slipper, but it fit none of them. In the end, Cinderella tried on the slipper, and it fit perfectly. The prince was overjoyed to find her again and proposed to her. Cinderella accepted, and they lived happily ever after in happiness for the rest of their lives.